Read to me, Grandma. Disney Keepsake Collection. Lady and the Tramp, retold by Kate Hannigan. Lady was a happy dog who loved her humans, Jim Dear and Darling. Life was good for Lady, but then things started to change. Lady's humans had less time for her. Jock and Trusty explained what was happening. A baby was on the way. Babies mean trouble, Trusty said. Tramp, a scruffy stray, agreed. Babies change just about everything, he warned. Lady didn't want to believe her friends. When the baby arrived, Jim Dear and Darling danced and jumped for joy. Lady was curious. She wasn't sure what a baby was. As soon as Lady peeked into the cradle, she fell in love with the little human. From that day on, Lady watched over him. One day, Jim Dear and Darling left for a trip. Aunt Sarah will take care of the baby, they told Lady. Lady wagged her tail. She was excited to help, but Aunt Sarah had other plans. Aunt Sarah scooted Lady out of the nursery. She said that dogs don't belong around babies. Lady was sad and wandered downstairs. Suddenly, two tails popped out of Aunt Sarah's suitcase. The tails belonged to two Siamese cats. The cats danced around the living room, clawing the curtains and bothering the bird. They even tried to knock over the fishbowl. Lady barked and barked at the cats, but they wouldn't stop. Finally, Aunt Sarah stormed downstairs, but instead of getting angry at the cats, she got angry at Lady. "We're going to get you a muzzle," Aunt Sarah said, and she marched Lady downtown to the pet store. Lady didn't want to wear a muzzle, and she shook her head from side to side. When the muzzle wouldn't come off, Lady began to panic. She darted out of the pet store and ran down the street as fast as her little paws could carry her. Then a pack of mean dogs began to chase Lady. She didn't know where to go, so she jumped behind a barrel to hide, but the dogs found her. Lady was cornered. She had never been so frightened in all her life. Suddenly, Tramp appeared. He barked at the dogs, which scared them away and saved Lady's life. Tramp and Lady wanted to remove the muzzle. They walked to the zoo, hoping a friendly animal there could help. The dogs passed alligators, apes, and hyenas. Then they spotted a busy beaver who bit through the strap with his big front teeth. Lady was free. They decided to celebrate at Tramp's favorite place, Tony's Italian restaurant. "Tonight is a special night," sang Tony, setting down a plate piled with spaghetti and meatballs. Lady and Tramp slurped the spaghetti until they bumped noses and fell in love. Lady grew homesick. Never having had a home, Tramp didn't quite understand, but he wanted to make her happy. The dogs returned to Lady's house. Suddenly, they saw a rat scurry into the nursery. Tramp battled the fierce rat around the room. When Jim Dear and Darling saw what had happened, they were thankful. "Lady, I think you and your friend saved our baby," they said. From then on, Tramp lived with the family, and by Christmas, the dogs had another family to protect. Their own. The end.